Hi everyone, welcome back. Section 93 of Sambhava Parv continued. Vasumat said, I am Vasumat, the son of Oshadasva. I would ask thee, O king, whether there are any worlds for me to enjoy as fruits of my religious merits in heaven or the firmament? Thou art, O high souled one, acquainted with all holy regions. Yayati answered, There are many regions for thee to enjoy in heaven, as the number of places in the firmament, the earth and the 10 points of the universe illuminated by the sun. Vasumati then said, I give them to thee. Let those regions that are for me to be thine. Therefore, though falling, you shall not fall. If you accept them as gift be improper for thee, then, O monarch, buy them for a straw. Yayati answered, I do not remember having ever bought and sold anything unfairly. This has never been done by other kings. How shall I therefore do it? Vasumati said, If buying them, O king, be regarded by thee as improper, then take them as gift from me. For myself, I answer that I will never go to those regions that are for me. Let them therefore be thine. Shivi then addressed the kings thus: I am, O king, Shivi by name, the son of Usinara. O Father, are there in the firmament or in heavens any worlds for me to enjoy? Thou knowest every region that one may enjoy as the fruit of his religious merit. Yayati said, Thou hast never by speech or in mind disregarded the honest and the virtuous that applied to thee. There are infinite worlds for thee to enjoy in heaven, all blazing like lightning. Shivi then said, If thou regardest their purchase as improper, I give them to thee. Take them all, O king. I shall never take them, that is, those regions where the wise never feel the least disquiet. Yayati answered, O Shivi, thou hast indeed obtained for thyself possess of the province of Indra infinite worlds, but I do not desire to enjoy regions given to me by others. Therefore, I accept not thy gift. Ashtaka then said, O king, each of us has expressed his desire to give thee worlds that each of us has acquainted by his religious merits. Thou accepteth not them, but leaving them for thee, we shall descend into the earth hell. Yayati answered, Ye all are truth loving and wise. Give me that which I deserve. I shall not be able to do what I have never done before. Ashtaka then said, Whose are those 5 golden cars that we see? Do men that repair to these regions of everlasting bliss reside in them? Yayati answered, Those 5 golden cars, displayed in glory and blazing as fire, would indeed carry you to regions of bliss. Ashtaka said, O king, ride on those cars thyself and repair to heaven. We can wait. We follow thee in time. Yayati said, We can now all go together. Indeed, all of us have conquered heaven. Behold, the glorious path to heaven becomes visible. Vaishampayan continued. Then all those excellent monarchs riding in those cars set out for heaven for gaining admittance into it, illuminating the whole firmament by the glory of their virtues. Then Ashtaka, breaking the silence, asked, I had always thought that Indra was my especial friend, that I, of all others, should obtain admittance into heaven. But how is that at Usinara's son Shivi had already left us behind? Yayati answered, This Usinara's son has given all he possessed for attaining to the regions of Brahman. Therefore, is he the foremost among us. Besides Shivi's liberally asceticism, truth, virtue, modesty, forgiveness, amiability, desire of performing good acts have been so great that none can measure them. Vaishampayan continued. After this, Ashtaka, impelled by curiosity, again asked this maternal grandfather, resembling Indra himself, saying, O king, I ask thee, tell me truly, whence thou art, who thou art, and whose son? Is there any other Brahman or Kshatriya who had done what thou didst on earth? Yayati answered, I tell thee truly, I am Yayati, the son of Nahusha and the father of Puru. I was lord of all the earth. Ye are my relatives. I tell thee truly, I am the maternal grandfather of you all. I have conquered the whole earth. I gave clothes to Brahmanas and also the 100 handsome horses fit for sacrificial offerings. For such acts of virtue, the gods became propitious to those that performed them. I also gave to Brahmanas this whole earth with her horses and elephants and kine and gold and all kinds of wealth, along with 100 arbudas of excellent milch cows. Both the earth and the firmament exist owing to my truth and virtue. Fire yet burneth in the world of men owing to my truth and virtue. Never hath a word spoken by me been untrue. It is for this that the wise adore truth. O Ashtaka, all I have told thee, Pratyananda and Vasumata, is truth itself. I know it for certain that the gods and the rishis and all the mansions of the blessed are adorably only because of the truth that characteristic them all. He that will, without malice, duly read unto good Brahmanas his account of our ascensions to heaven shall himself attain to the same worlds with us. Vaishampayana continued. It was thus that the illustrious king Yayati of high achievements, rescued by his collateral descendants, ascended to heaven, leaving the earth and covering the three worlds with the fame of his deeds. Section 94. Sambhava Parv continued. Janmejay said, O adorable one, I desire to hear the histories of those kings who were descended from Puru. O tell me of each as he was possessed of prowess and achievements. I have indeed heard that in Puru's line there was not a single one who was wanting in good behavior and prowess, or who was without sons. O thou of ascetic wealth, I desire to hear the histories in detail of these famous monarchs endued with learning and all accomplishments. Vaishampayana said, asked by thee, I tell thee, I shall tell thee all about the heroic kings in Puru's line, all equal unto Indra in prowess, possessing great affluence and commanding the respect of all for their accomplishments. Puru had by his wife Paushati 3 sons, Praviri, Ishvara, and Rodravasa. All of them were mighty car warriors. Amongst them, Paravira was the perpetrator of the dynasty. Pravira had by his wife sons called Shakta, Sahana, and Vagami, and they were heroes in battle of mighty car warriors. The intelligent and virtuous Kodrasava begat upon Apsara Misrakesi 10 sons, who were all great bowmen, and they all grew up into heroes performing numerous sacrifices in honor of the gods. And they all had sons and were learned in all branches of knowledge and ever devoted to virtue. They, Dharmeu, Sanateu, and the 10th of the prowess of the celestials. Among them all, Richeu became the sole monarch of the whole earth and was known by the name Anadrishti. And Mani, Matinara had 4 sons of immeasurable prowess, that is, Tansu, Mahan, Atiratha, and Druyu, of immeasurable glory. Amongst them, Tansu, of great prowess, became the perpetrator of Puru's line, and he subjugated the whole earth and acquired great fame and splendor. And Tansu begat a son of great prowess named Ilina, and he became the foremost of all conquerors and brought the whole world under his subjugation. And Elena begat upon his wife Ranthanatra 5 sons with Dushmata at their heads, all equal in might unto the 5 elements. They were Dushmanta, Sura, Bhima, Pravasu, and Vasu. And O Janmejay, the eldest of them, Dushmanta, became king. And Dushmanta had his wife Shakuntala, an intelligent son named Bharata, who became king. And Bharata gave his name to the race of which he was the founder. And it is from him that the fame of that dynasty had spread so wide. And Bharata begat upon his 3 wives 9 sons in all. But none of them were like their father, and so Bharata was not at all pleased with them. Their mothers therefore became angry and slew them all. The procreation of children by Bharata therefore became vain. The monarch then performed a great sacrifice. Through the grace of Bharadwaja, obtained the son named Bhumanyu. And then Bharata, the great descendant of Puru, regarding himself as really possessing a son, installed, O foremost one of Bharata race, that son as their heir apparent. And Bhumanyu begat upon his wife Pushkarini 6 sons named Shuhotra, Suhotri, Shuhavihi, Sujaya, Diviratha, and Kichika. The eldest of them all, Suhotra, obtained the throne and performed many Rajsuyas and horse sacrifices. And Suhotra brought under his sway the whole earth surrounded by his belt of seas and full of elephants, kind horses, and all her wealth and gems of gold. And the earth, afflicted with the weight of numberless human beings and elephants, horses, cats, was, as it was, about to sink. And during the virtuous reign of Suhotra, the surface of the whole earth was dotted all over with hundreds and thousands of sacrificial stakes. And the lord of the earth, Suhotra, begat upon his wife Eshaki 3 sons, Ajamidha, Sumidha, and Purumidha. The eldest of them, Ajamidha, was the perpetrator of the royal line, and he begat 6 sons. Rishika was born of the womb of Dhumini, and the sons of Jahanu of immeasurable prowess. And Rishika, who was older than both Jala and Rupina, became king. And Rishika begat Samvarna, the perpetrator of royal line. And, O king, it had been heard by us that while Samavarna, the son of Rishika, was ruling the earth, there happened a great loss of people from famine, pestilence, drought, and disease. And the Bharata prince were beaten by the troops of the enemies. And the Panchalas, setting out to invade the whole earth with their 4 kings of troops, soon brought the whole earth under their sway. And with their 10 Akshayonis, the king of the Panchals defeated the Bharata prince. Samvarna then, with his wife and ministers, sons, and relatives, fled in fear and took shelter in the forest on the banks of the Sindhu, extending to the foot of the mountains. There the Bharatas lived for a full 1,000 years within their fort, and after they had lived there 1,000 years, one day the illustrious Rishi Vashishta approached exiled Bharatas, who, on going out, saluted the rishis and worshipped them by offering the arghya. And entertaining him with reverence, they represented everything unto illustrious Rishi. And after he was seated on his seat, the king himself approached the Rishi and addressed him, saying, Be thou, O priest, O illustrious one, we will endeavor to regain our kingdom. And Vashishta answered the Bharata by saying, Om, the sign of consent. It had been heard that by us that Vashishta then installed the Bharata prince in his sovereignty of all the Kshatriyas on earth, making by virtue his mantras his descendants of Puru and the veritable horns of the wild bull or the tusks of the wild elephants. And the king retook the capital that had been taken away from him and once more made all the monarchs pay tribute to him. The powerful Samvar, Samavarna thus installed once more in the actual sovereignty of the whole earth, performed many sacrifices at which the presents to the Brahmanas were great. Samvarna begat upon his wife Tapti, the daughter of Surya, a son named Kuru. This Kuru was exceedingly virtuous, and therefore he was installed on the throne by his people. It was after his name that the field called Kuru Jangala has been so famous in the world. Devoted to asceticism, he made that field, Kurukshetra, sacred by practicing asceticism there. And it has been heard by us that Kuru's highly intelligent wife, Vahini, brought forth five sons, that is, Avikishti, Avikrisht, Bhavish, Bhavishyanta, Chaitraratha, Muni, and the celebrated Janmejay. And Avikishta begat Parikshit, the powerful Savalsva, Adhiraja, Viraja, Salmani, of great physical strength, Uchashrivas, Bhangakatha, and Jitari, the eighth. In the race of these were born, as the fruit of the pious acts, seven mighty Kar warriors, with Janmejay as their head. And unto Parikshit were born sons who were acquainted with the secrets of the regions and prophet. And they were named Kashkena and Ugrasena. Chetasena endured with great energy, and Indrasena and Shusena and Bhimsena. And the sons of Janmejay were all endued with great strength and became celebrated all over the world. And they were Dhritarashtra, who was the eldest, and Pandu, Valhika, and Nishada, endured with great energy, and the mighty Jamvandu, and then Kundodara and Padati, and then Vasanti the eighth. And they were all proficient in morality and profit, and were kind to all creatures. Amongst them, Dhritarashtra became king. And Dhritarashtra had eight sons, that is, Kundika, Hasti, Vitanka, Kratha the fifth, Havishwar was Indrabha, and Bhumanyu, the invincible. And Dhritarashtra had many grandsons, of whom three only were famous. They were, O king, Prata, Prata, Pratipa, Dharmamitra, Sunetra. Among these three, Pratipa became unrivaled on earth, and O bull in Bharata's race. Pratipa begat three sons, Devapi, Shantanu, and the mighty Kar warrior Valika. The eldest Devapi adopted the ascetic course of life, impelled thereunto by the desire of benefiting his brothers, and the kingdom was obtained by Shantanu and the mighty Kar warrior Valhika. O Mona, besides, there were born in the race of Bharata numberless other excellent monarchs, endued with great energy and like unto celestial rishis themselves in virtue and ascetic power. And so also in the race of Manu were born many mighty Kar warriors like unto the celestials themselves, who by their number swelled the Il- Ila dynasty into gigantic proportions. With this, we come to an end to this section of Mahabharat. Until next time, this is your host, Madhulika Rajchahan, signing off. Stay healthy always. Narayan, Narayan.